After Zelda, there won't be anything else on the Switch. Nintendo Switch is dying. It's time for something else. There's no more big games coming out. What will they do? Oh no. We won't be able to, there won't be anything to play. There's no plans. Nintendo has no plans. Why is there not a direct near it? Did that sound familiar? Now don't that sound stupid now? Cause baby, that Nintendo Direct was pretty cool. What's good, everybody? It's Blue Satire, and this is another discussion board. Like I said yesterday, there was a Nintendo Direct, and I really want to get y'all opinion on how was it to you, what grade you give it, what games are you excited for, and does Nintendo still got one more in me, like Vince Carter? Let's find out right after this. Let's talk about it first. Like and subscribe, and let me know how much you enjoyed these games, or if you didn't like it, so I can tell you why you're wrong. I'm just playing, or am I? Let's get into it. So coming into this Nintendo Direct, a lot of people really felt like there was nothing enough for Nintendo to show, but obviously they proved them wrong. And I always felt like we knew that the Pokemon DLC was coming. We knew that Splatoon had more stuff coming. We knew that more Mario Kart was coming. We knew Pikmin was coming. But usually Nintendo doesn't set their plans right away. But we know they don't go a whole year without anything. And I also talked about how Level 5 has some games coming as well. Plus they announced other stuff that was coming in previous Nintendo Directs, but I guess because they wasn't first party games, people didn't expect much. But they started off with this Direct right off the bat, showing the hidden treasures of Area Zero, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC, and both of the DLCs coming back to back, so we don't have to wait. Like last time they did DLC for Sword and Shield, we had to wait. We got one in the summer, then we had to wait all the way to the next winter. But these look like they're releasing back to back in fall and winter 2023. And everything looks cool. You get to see the culture in one of the DLCs. Looks like a typical festival or a like New Year's festival with Pokemon. So I'm glad to be able to see the culture in there and what they're gonna bring with those new Pokemon. Also with that school on the island, like that looks dope. It looks like, reminds me of My Hero Academia in USJJ, where they had like the training, like all of those different elements in one big dome area. So that looks kind of cool. I also want to see what that story is going to be like. But usually we don't get Pokemon news in Nintendo Direct, so that was kind of cool to see. But also, on top of that, they showed us Detective Pikachu Returns, which is a good sign to me because Detective Pikachu, the original, was on the Nintendo 3DS. Then they also made a movie, and Detective Pikachu was actually pretty cool. There were rumors of this game coming out long time ago, but it's cool to see that actually announced. And I'm actually excited for it. It looks good, and bringing those graphics from the 3DS up to the Switch, it's gonna be pretty cool. But the big one for the day that I think a lot of people really went wild over was Super Mario RPG. And they tried to play us. They showed the screen like it was gonna be a Nintendo Online announcement, but they said, nah, let me go beautify it for you real quick. Let's go ahead and remake that thing. And it looks amazing. Like, who thought that would happen? Like, I guess you can never say never with Nintendo. Sometimes they don't do what you want, but they're gonna do what you need. And it looks great. We finally get to see Geno again. My question is Square Enix working on this one too, or is it they just give him the go ahead and hey, go ahead and remake that? But it's good to see that Super Mario RPG is coming, because that's a game that a lot of people talk about that holds legendary status from the Super Nintendo. So a lot of people love that game and have so much to say about it. So it's good to see that. But on top of that, they announced a new Princess Peach game, which looks pretty cool. Don't know what it'll be, but it looked like she got some special powers when she stepped on a kind of pedestal. And it also kind of gave me like flashbacks to Super Mario 2. It likes a play. And also leads into that theory that every Mario game is a play. But it looked dope. On top of that, they also talked about Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon being enhanced for Nintendo Switch. And if y'all ever played it on the 3DS, it was a good game. So seeing them bring those graphics up to the Nintendo Switch is kind of dope and gives me more hope. That's another DS title, 3DS title that we're seeing on the Switch even after the 3DS closed, so it gives me hope for other games. And speaking of 3DS, they also announced Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince, and Dragon Quest has been on it with the spin-offs. And I remember playing the original Dragon Quest Joker and Joker 2 on my DS, and it's pretty cool to see Square Enix still putting in efforts to bring more spin-offs to the Dragon Quest series. I always say, like, the devil works hard, but Square Enix works harder. And in saying that, We also got a glimpse of the Star Ocean, the second story R, which it looks amazing. It looks like it's enhancing that 2.5 HD and really bringing out the sprites and bringing out the 3D backgrounds. The battle system looks cool. Many people say that Star Ocean, the second story R, is the best one, and I agree. I do like the End of Time, but this one is that one. Another game that looked interesting to me was Myth Forest. I love roguelike games. I love Hades, and this looked like a Saturday morning cartoon show with your favorite type of hero characters. And the fact that you can play a roguelike with your friends, I think that is kind of dope. And another game, Palia, slice of life type things. It looks like a fantasy life game, but like realistic characters, and it looks like an MMO, so you can play with other people and live your life. And I love farming sims. Y'all know that. I love farming sims. I love games where you can live your life with other people. You can be a builder, farmer, you can do whatever. I just love those games where you actually role play and put yourself into those games. So that was dope. Also, we got more on Pikmin 4 that's coming out in July, and Pikmin looking very, very good. It was made in Unreal Engine 4, so it easily looks like one of the best Nintendo Switch games made as far as visuals go. And the gameplay loop, like a lot of people sleep on Pikmin, but I tell folks that once you try it out, you understand why people like it. It's a kind of a cult classic, but it's definitely a great game. And you know, Miyamoto is behind it, so you know it's gonna be good. And even with the environments, the new gameplay mechanics, the new partners, the day and night thing now, looks like a lot of modes will be there, and there's still more information to come. I think Pikmin 4 is gonna be a great game. They surprise dropped Pikmin 1 and 2 in the eShop, so if you want to go back and play those, they are there. On top of Pikmin 3 being there, so literally Pikmin 1 through 4 will be on the Nintendo Switch, which is dope. And that's 2 GameCube games, so we're steady getting GameCube and DS ports and DS series and old series coming back, which is a very great thing when it comes to Nintendo right now. We got a new WarioWare Move It game, which I could be excited for, but the thing is, why isn't it not online? That's my big issue with that. The game would be fun. I could see this with content creators. So many people been, hey, I'm gonna play with my homies. And shout out to Lee for pointing this out. Like, what if somebody on our team wants to play? And we like, we're streaming it and other people want to play. It's an easy game to market if you include online with it, because a lot of us are still kind of playing games to ourselves or online with friends that's far away. I know couch co-op still exists and couch co-op is cool, but it's 2023. Why are we not including online in some of these games? We obviously can do it. Penny's Big Breakaway looks dope. I think platformers get slept on a lot, and this game looks great from the team that made Sonic Mania. Like, you can tell the Sonic influences, maybe even like Dreamcast, Sega Saturn-ish influences to this game, but it looks fun. And it's coming out 2024, but I'm really looking forward to that one. But the big one for me, and I think everybody else, is that for the first time like 11 years, we have a new Super Mario Brothers in 2D, original, not a port, but the game looks great. The visuals kind of give me like that movie feel, like it's like a new art style, but I don't know, it's something Mario 2-ish about it. Like the Mario looks old school, but the sprite looks great. And Daisy is playable for the first time, and the mechanics they have and the new gimmick where the world may kind of change into something different, the world comes alive, and I think that will be a very great experience, and I really want to see what they're going to do with it, because I'm pretty sure that's not everything that's going to be in this game. But it looks fun, and it's coming out this year as well, so Nintendo got some hits this year, and this is the second time where we get a new Zelda and a new Mario game. Remember 2017 when we got Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey? And well, this might not be Odyssey, this still is a new 2D game in 2023 from Mario. And I guess because of that movie, you know, Mario eating this year. So in my opinion, this direct had a lot. I didn't go over every game, but there was a lot there. Even other games that I really wanted, but I want to talk about those for a bit. And I really think that this was a solid direct. I think a lot of people came into it not expecting much, but then you had those people that came into it like, hey, where's my Donkey Kong? Where's my F-Zero? Having high expectations for things that wasn't promised, and your time may come. One big thing was not seeing Metroid Prime 4, which I get that, but I'm also okay if they hold out for Metroid Prime and put it on the new system, because Metroid Prime Remaster looks great. Imagine what Metroid Prime 4 could look like on a more powerful system. Also, I'm cool if it comes to the Switch too, because we know that Retro Studios can do their thing. But that was the only thing. I'm fine with what they showed, because that's still a lot of games they showed like 30 something games, and only like 2 or 3 of them were only going to be in 2024. Everything else is coming out this year that they showed, and that's a stacked year. The year is already stacked. So if you're complaining about not having nothing to play, that's a you problem. But overall, I think that the Nintendo Direct was a solid B, B plus, almost an A. A lot of people are calling it one of the best things ever, and there's some people that's calling it mid. And I guess because they showed some ports and some things, but they did have a lot of new stuff. They had updates for games we knew about, but the Mario games alone, Detective Pikachu for me, like the Pokemon DLC looks great. The Dragon Quest Monster, there's a lot of games, a lot of variety. And I guess I get why some people wouldn't like it, but it's just hard for me to say that it was bad. I can't say this Direct was bad. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I pretty much enjoyed it, but I want to know what game you're most excited for. Is this something you wish you would have saw? And what game are you looking most forward to? That's all from me. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Have a good one. And remember, if you ain't got nothing to play, that's on you. Bye-bye.